Reporting from Jerusalem today.
Eyeing a new way forward in bringing Gitmo detainees to justice. A delegation of Republican senators just returning from the military prison at Guantanamo Bay in Cuba, introducing a new bill aimed at improving the treatment and prosecution of terror suspects with 9 key provisions. Senator Kelly Ayotte is one of those senators just back from the trip. She is a New Hampshire Republican. She serves on the Senate Armed Services Committee. And good morning, Senator. Nice to talk to you.
Good morning, Rick. Great to be here with you.
So you wrote an op-ed piece that was just published, and my reading of it was that you feel that the president's policies regarding Gitmo and the terror detainees there is making Americans less safe. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. 25% of the detainees that have been released from Gitmo are rejoining the fight. They're committing suicide attacks. They're recruiting other terrorists, and actually the number 2 in Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula is back in the fight, and one of the top commanders from the Taliban was a former detainee from Gitmo.
And you say it's sort of a badge of honor amongst these bad guys to have served in Guantanamo Bay and then been, and then been released.
Unfortunately, it has become a badge of honor in the terrorist world, and the problem is that the administration has no plan for if tomorrow we were, for example, to capture Ayman al-Zawahiri, the number 2 in Al-Qaeda, no plan of where to put them. I asked Secretary Gates that at an armed services hearing, and he said, I honestly don't know. So we don't have a plan. I think we need to keep Guantanamo open for the detainees that are there and make sure that they can't get back in to kill Americans. But also, if we capture another terrorist tomorrow, a place to put them, they should go to Gitmo.
You know, the president, who at one point was talking about wanting to close Guantanamo Bay, it seems like he's come to the conclusion, at least politically speaking, and maybe even logistically speaking, that it's just not going to be possible in the near term. What are you hearing from the White House as you talk to members of the administration about all of this, and what would you recommend the president do?
Certainly the president is keeping Gitmo open for now, but he's not. If someone's captured tomorrow, the Secretary Gates has said they have no plan for where they would put a high-value terrorist, and there is no plan for that. That's troubling. What I'm hearing from the administration, I think, also is a lack of clarity on the issue of what to do with the detainees that should be brought to trial there. I firmly believe, I got a chance to go to Gitmo. I'm a former prosecutor. There's a top-notch courtroom right there, ready to try, for example, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and the other co-conspirators from 9/11. I think the administration should just go forward and make sure that there's some measure of justice by trying them in a military commission at Guantanamo.
And real quickly, Senator, this proposal that you and your colleagues have come up with, do you think that does it have legs? Will it pass in the Senate? Will it become law?
I think this issue of protecting America is one I know the House of Representatives is also working on. There's very strong support in the Senate. Senator Lieberman has joined our efforts, and we need to make sure that America is kept safe. So I'm confident that this proposal is going to go forward because we need to protect our country. We're still at war with terrorists, and the fact that 25% of those that we've released from Gitmo are going back into the theater to kill Americans, there's something wrong with our detention policies. And the legislation we have will help fix that.
That is something, that 25% number. I think it's going to raise a lot of eyebrows. Kelly Ayotte is the Republican senator, the junior senator from New Hampshire. Nice to talk to you. Thanks very much for your time.
Hey, thanks, Rick. Appreciate it. Take care.
You too.
Well, traces of radiation has been detected on some U.S. flights just back from Japan.